And welcome back to the Wudder Boys podcast, Quenching your thirst for quality sports content. It is Monday, September 14th. I'm your host, Nicholas Signoretti, here with my co-hosts, Justin and Augie.
What's up, boys?
How's it hanging?
What's poppin'?
We're missing Ski at the start of another podcast until he rudely interrupts towards the end, potentially.
Sounds about correct.
We'll get to that. Biggest spoiler of the podcast. Welcome back.
Oh, I pulled out.
This is the first week of our new weekly format.
Sorry.
Today's episode is sponsored by Golf Clash.
Yeah, exactly.
Please
So don't take my word for that, but
please sponsor us.
please sponsor us. Anyone
so-
sponsor us.
Yes. Other podcasts sponsor us. Someone, please.
Yes.
Always funny. We're looking at you.
Please stop
No, we're not.
mentioning.
No. Stop.
Never mind.
We love you.
Guys,
I
I'm
don't
just
want
kidding.
any.
We love those
sponsor.
guys. Low key, really,
we?
high key love those guys. Phil Baldessari is kind of a homie.
Shut up! I don't endorse other podcasts.
He kicked
That's
us out
fine.
of the chorus room. I'm just
Shut up.
saying.
We're moving
Um,
on. We're moving on to things that
Moving
matter.
swiftly
like
on to sports.
sports, like things that we need to talk about. Speaking of sports that we need to talk about, the NBA moved on, I guess. Things have progressed since we've last talked.
I mean, not yet.
Um,
Big game tomorrow.
50%. We've seen 50% progression. I would say the Eastern Conference got their work done.
The Celtics and the Heat is the Eastern Conference Finals. And can anybody say that they saw the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals when this season started? Can anybody thoroughly tell me that they said, yes, I saw the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals when this season started? If you're
Probably
answering
not.
yes,
Probably
you're lying.
not.
If you say yes, you're lying to me. Because no one thought that. Everyone thought, oh,
I
Jimmy
mean,
went,
it helped that
he's
Bam
gone.
Jimmy
Bam
buckets.
Adebayo just
Adebayo.
like yard. He had
Yeah,
a really
Adebayo did help being like good this year and like surprising everyone.
he was
But
really good.
Okay.
Dude,
No, I
yeah,
did
dude,
not.
dude,
So there you go.
yeah, so let's get rolling.
That's the East.
Sorry, Celtics Heat. It's Celtics Heat is the Eastern Conference Finals.
Who do you like? This?
Should be an awesome series. I like the Celtics. I think this is their year
I
to
hate that. I
take
can't
that,
openly say that.
go to the finals and take on LeBron.
I'm riding the
Um,
Jimmy buckets hype train.
I'm not. I think it's.
It's gonna be a good
I
series.
continue to not take the Jimmy
Roll
Buckets hype train, and I
Tide.
continue to be wrong. So I'm going to continue to not take the Jimmy Buckets hype train and probably be wrong. But I think that Tatum, Kemba, Brown, Tice is playing really, really well lately. They have a good defensive center and a good rebounder, and Cantor coming off the bench. I like the Celtics a lot. I think they have the best coach, one of the best, if not the best coaches in the league, in Brad Stevens, especially for that system.
For Brown.
Probably, Popovich and Nick
Oh
Nurse
my
are
God, Nicky
up there
died
as
for
well.
a second,
But
Brown. Go die.
yeah,
So
you
you
can
like the
shut up.
Celtics? Oh, what do you?
I really like the Celtics.
I mean, I'm taking the Heat. I think that
Oh,
I think
Chicago.
rotationally the Heat are better with who's coming off the bench for them, and I also feel like they match up very well. And I think Bam Adebayo is literally going to kill whoever's playing in the paint for the Celtics. Like it's going to be murder on the low block.
I think that the X factor of this series, and it's going to be the determining factor of who wins this series, is does Goran Dragic show up? Because
Yeah.
in games that the Heat have been winning consistently and just like blowing teams out, it's been Jimmy Butler being a veteran leader, and the other veteran leader who's been scoring the ball has been Goran Dragic. So I think if he shows up and plays like prime Dragic, that team is hard to beat because you have Adebayo
I mean,
down low.
it's just a matter of who
have
guards
Butler.
who. Like
Yeah,
who's
absolutely.
Jimmy Butler's guarding Jason Tatum the whole series, no matter what.
And the other way around. Yeah, Tatum's
Yeah,
guarding.
but the
Butler.
problem is who's guarding Jaylen Brown. That's
That
to
would
me the Heat's
probably
problem.
be
I
Crowder,
like
possibly.
yeah, Unless who's playing a 4 for the Celtics? Marcus
Brown.
Smart?
No, Brown.
No. What?
Browns are playing the 4. It's been Kemba, Smart, Tatum, Brown, and
Gordon Hayward.
Tice, right? Hayward's been out.
Is Smart playing the
That was a
2?
joke.
How tall is Marcus Smart?
Smart, he's not big. He's just pest. He's just a pest.
Oh,
I
okay.
saw something
Then it's
today.
probably Jamison. Yeah, it's probably
Marcus
Crowder then, Jay
Smart
Crowder.
is what Patrick Beverly thinks he is. I thought that was
I
pretty
mean,
good.
You know,
The
I
difference is
agree with
Marcus
that.
Smart
That's
wins.
a
really
Patrick
good
Beverly
take.
doesn't.
Um,
But
I agree
we'll
with
get to
that.
Patrick Beverly and his team in a second. But how many games do you think the Eastern Conference Finals is going?
7.
7?
If it's less
5.
than 7, I'd be surprised.
5.
Gentlemen's, Nikki. Really?
I couldn't say 7. That's so cliche.
It's
So what'd you
too
say?
long. It's 6
I
or
said
7.
5.
Nikki said 5. Nikki's pulling out the
I would
gentleman.
take
Saying
6 or 7.
saying 6 or 7 is too cliche. I can't fall.
I think it's 6 or 7. This series is going to be too close. I think if it does
I
fall to
agree.
5 games, every game is close, and one of them just happens to go the other way.
Yeah, it's gonna be close games. So we'll
Every
see what
game
happens.
is going to be close. It's going to be an awesome series to watch. The intensity is going to be through the roof with players like Tatum and Butler going at each other.
Yep.
But speaking of a series with the most patient player in the league and a robot, so not the most intense, Clippers versus Nuggets.
Game 7.
Clippers
Tomorrow
might
night.
blow the 3-1 lead. I mean, they already technically have blown a 3-1 lead, but they might blow it.
They might really blow it this time.
They might lose the series.
When they
I thought they had this series in the bag.
Yes. When they went up 3-1, I sat there and I said, "Oh, well, they're going to make their first ever Western Conference Finals. This is great. There's no way they're going to blow it."
First ever Western Conference
They've
Final?
never
They
made
don't
it to the Western Conference
They've
Finals.
Not
never
with Lob
made it.
City.
4 years
Really?
ago, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin
James Harden
up
said
3-1
no.
up on the Rockets, and
They
they blew a
blew it.
3-1
Harden
lead. So
said-
here we go, deja vu. And
James-
the Nuggets have already done it once this year. Yeah, this is
So-
a
No,
collapse.
Nuggets came back from 3-1, not
Yeah,
blowing
yeah.
3-1.
Yeah, so they could do it twice in the first 2 rounds, which would.
This
So-
game depends on the defense, to be honest. Like, how well are you able to lock up Paul George, who put up, 40 last game, right? 39-40? If I remember correctly.
Paul George put
Uh,
up points and they didn't win. Did I miss this?
Yeah, I'm
Is this
pretty
a thing?
sure Paul
Yeah,
George had
he
40.
had 33 points.
They couldn't even win, and Paul George was doing something.
Yeah, Paul George was
This is over.
Yeah.
shots.
Nuggets
So,
in
It
I
seven.
mean,
Nuggets
It was
in
also
7.
Jokic's 34.
Yeah,
That
Jokic
does
had a
help.
game.
Jokic's
Michael
34
Porter
also
Jr.
does make
played
an
well off
impact.
the bench. How did Jamal play? Jamal Murray. He played all right. right?
Jamal had 21, but I
Yeah.
mean he's consistently been their X factor. If he's not on, they don't win. If he isn't scoring the ball at least 20 points, that team doesn't win that game. But
Honestly, I think the
games
Nuggets are going to win
tomorrow, Monday at 9:00,
Tuesday at 9 o'clock.
or Tuesday, September 15th at 9:00. So
Yeah, we're recording on Monday.
we are recording on Monday. So let's lock in our picks. Who we got for Game 7?
Nugs. Clippers
Nugs?
are rattled. Clippers
Nugs.
are rattled.
Nuggets have the momentum. I have a hard time betting against them.
Yeah.
Phoning in the
it's-
Lakers. Upon saying the Nugs win this game, I'm already predicting the Lakers in the NBA Finals is the other. I feel like as a
Yes,
consequence.
we didn't get there
Yeah,
yet, but
probably.
the Lakers did
Yeah.
finish off the Houston Rockets in 5 games, and
And the bigger
it
news
wasn't
in
even
that
close.
series. No. I'm sorry, they're just not a well-built team.
No, I said it from the start. The Westbrook and Harden isn't going to work together. I'm starting to lose faith in this whole Harden experience in itself because I'm seeing a lot of Paul George and James Harden where they're a really good player during the regular season, but the second they hit the playoffs, they just aren't the same player. Like they can score the ball.
They
a lot,
don't
but they're
have the
not
extra gear.
winning games.
Yeah.
James Harden haters have been preaching this for the past 5 years. Welcome to the
I've
hype
never
train.
been I've never
This
been
is-
on.
this is
I've
I
never been a
have
James
been.
Harden fan, but
Big hater.
You can't say he's a bad basketball player, but when it's time to
No,
show
he's-
up, it's like he disappears a little bit.
He's an awesome player, and he's really revolutionized the game in a way that I don't like, which is a lot more free throws than there should be. But
Jumping into people, like
the
it's
jumping into people, the Kyle Lowry type of play. But he's good at what he does, and there's no doubting that. But when it comes to playoff basketball, this Mike D'Antoni throw the ball in a circle and shoot a 350 times a game, it's just not going to beat a team traditionally built like the Lakers. Like, how is that going to beat who's going to guard Anthony Davis? Like, come on.
No, they didn't have the right personnel. It's not necessarily a coaching thing. It's more, I think, a GM thing.
No, I think.
Well, do you think a coaching change could fix all these problems? Like if Mike D'Antoni just wasn't there?
They need a
That sounds like a segue.
That's not a
to the Mike D'Antoni situation.
No, hold on. Back.
I called that a segue.
Back to the Rockets. Shush. I think it's not necessarily a coaching change that's going to fix the Rockets. It's a personnel change, and with that comes a GM change.
Well, I think grand scheme of things,
they weren't built right. Like at the end,
they need a center. They need a real center. They can't rely on PJ Tucker and Robert Covington to play center. They're both awesome players, and they're nice swing fours, but they're not fives.
Robert Covington, I would argue that Covington isn't even a 4.
Exactly. They need
Covington's like a larger 3.
They got rid of Capella, and the team started to fall apart.
They need a Boban Marv.
Yeah.
They need
like a general center. Yeah,
they need someone over the first number of their name, first number of their height being a 7, and then they can.
Not even 7. 6. Just 6'11", 6'9".
Yes, I was just say.
6'10" and up is what they need. Someone
6'10" and up. Someone who can
it's a
rebound
GM
basketball.
Problem. The GM said we're going to let Clint Capella to go get Russell Westbrook.
Go talk to Cleveland and try and get Tristan Thompson really cheap.
Or Larry Nance.
I don't think Larry Nance is much.
I would never want to trade for Larry Nance willingly.
If he's a free agent, then it wouldn't be awful.
If I were
like free agent on the cheap, maybe not awful.
If I were to be computer generated into an NBA simulator and Larry Nance was on my team, I'd immediately cut him just out of necessity. I feel like that's a
Jesus.
Larry Nance is not.
Is that not the move?
No, he's not top tier. But like, who else can they afford? Because they're paying Westbrook, they're paying Harden. Pretty sure they're also paying PJ Tucker.
So they are.
I don't know if they can afford Tristan Thompson. As sad as that is.
Do you think it's time to blow it up?
They would have to, get rid of some pieces in Houston. Speaking of getting rid of pieces in Houston, we are moving on. We are segueing back to what Nikki has been speaking about. Houston got rid of a major piece of their team.
Houston didn't. Houston didn't get rid of it. Mike D'Antoni said, "I'm
Houston
out."
And Mike D'Antoni. Oh my God, I can't speak.
D'Anthony.
Mike D'Antoni decided to part ways this season. And
D'Antoni said, "I'm leaving." It wasn't like a mutual part ways thing. D'Antoni was like, "Yeah, I'm gone."
Oh no, he dipped.
D'Antoni dipped. Yeah, it wasn't like a part ways. D'Antoni was like, "Yeah, I'm gone."
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
he said, "I'm gone." I didn't realize that.
He said, "I quit." Yeah.
Apologize for that one, but he will be moving on from the Houston Rockets, and the Philadelphia 76ers are a top candidate for him. So,
yes, sir. Please,
what do you guys think?
God. Yes.
We've got some varying answers on the panel here. We'll start.
I would take him. It's like, here's the thing, right? His system is a very 3-point heavy system, a very shooter heavy system, and we kind of need that. Especially with our 1-star being unwilling to shoot. I think if anyone's going to get him to shoot, it's going to be the guy that asks for like 53s a game. And I think that will also roll over into the GM getting shooters to put around the team. So I think the team will most certainly improve drastically with D'Antoni as the coach.
You're putting a lot of faith in the fact that our front office will do what it's asked.
It's not like it can't be that difficult. Like, I swear, it really, like,
it seems to
looking
be.
Looking from the outside, it can't be that difficult. But I know they'll mess it up.
Well,
all right, Nikki, let's see.
If D'Antoni can convince Elton Brand to go out and get like a Kyle Korver or someone like that, literally just like a spot shooter, I guarantee you we win at least 5 more games.
All right, Nikki, what are you thinking?
D'Antoni did not get it done when he was in New York for the Knicks. He was given James Harden with. He didn't have to. It's not like he had to give a whole bunch up to get a James Harden. James Harden was the sixth man from OKC that they pretty much acquired. He was given a franchise cornerstone. I'm not sure how long he was around on the Rockets off the top of my head, but he could not.
5 years, 6
He
years.
could not get done what
He
needed.
never
to
had
get
good
done
teams though.
I don't think those
I don't
Rocket
wanna
teams
say
were
that they never
terrible.
had good teams.
I think they should have done more than they should. They should have made the finals. I can't trust him after he blew that 1-3-2 lead. That was the pinnacle.
Who
of
was the
failure for me.
3-2 lead against?
The Warriors.
Yeah,
that
That was the KD
he's
Warriors.
right. He's right.
It was a if
I
you
know it's the
like,
KD Warriors, but they missed 27 3-pointers in Game 7
This is
and
a
then
thing.
blamed it on
This
the
is a
ref.
thing.
I can't.
This is
I
a
don't
thing.
support chokers. I would never pick up a Dan Quinn in my life. That's a different sport, but I don't
listen, what are
support
the
choking
other
coaches.
options? What are the other options? that
Our
you
other
have?
options at this point are
A gap
it's
year.
Mike
The
D'Antoni,
Sixers shouldn't play.
it's
Oh my
D'Antoni,
God, shut up! Shut
it's
up!
Ty Lue, it's Jason Kidd,
Oh,
No,
and
please
it's,
not Jason Kidd.
Nate McMillan, who I wouldn't mind.
McMillan's
I
my
want D'Antoni
yeah.
or
I would take
McMillan.
McMillan there.
I
would take
want
McMillan.
McMillan or
I don't know.
D'Antoni. I don't think McMillan's ever really there's a lot of people that say he's never gotten out of the first round.
Yeah, I would
he's
rather
never
have Ty Lue than
really
Nate
gotten
McMillan.
anything.
He'd
but
fit perfectly
at the
here if he
same
can't get out of
time-
the first round.
At the same
Oh my
time,
God!
at the same time,
Nikki.
McMillan's never. I don't think McMillan really has ever since Paul George and that team went up against LeBron's super team, ever really been given a chance with like a team that's been consistently
That's
dominant
true.
to
But
really go take something. The best team he's had was Victor Oladipo, and they just got the misfortune of matching up against LeBron James in the playoffs. And what do you like? Come on, like that's just luck of the draw. at
But
that
like
point.
here's like luck of the draw, sure. But to me, I'd rather have a coach that's coached in championships and won
No,
championships.
absolutely.
So like to me, it's Ty Lue or Mike D'Antoni.
I agree. I
I
like
honestly
McMillan, and I
disagree
wouldn't
with
be
both
upset
those.
with the hire. I would not be upset with the hire of Mike
It'd be
D'Antoni
like a math
of
hire.
Nate McMillan, but I want Ty Lue over him.
Yeah,
Ty
I
Lue-
would be happy with.
Ty Lue has
I'd
been
be
in
happy.
championship situations.
Terrible.
He's coached generational talent.
Ty Lue? Yeah, he was an
He's
awful
so
basketball.
bad. He is so bad.
Hey, I dropped him and stepped over him.
He is
Wasn't
so
a
Sure,
good
he
bad.
one.
wasn't a great basketball player. But
He
that
was
doesn't mean
bad as a
anything.
coach too. I'm not a fan of anything he ever did. That team's terrible.
The 2016 Cavs that dethroned what was thought of to be the best team of all time before they actually lost.
There was a
quite
LeBron with a
possibly.
little assist of Kyrie there, I think. It also
Yeah,
required
and
a
LeBron.
I'd say
man.
coaching had nothing to
I
do
don't
with
think
it, though.
I'm not a fan of Tyler. Not a Tyler fan.
Well,
You were
let's
in
see
the
if he
locker
proves you wrong, because that is looking like the Sixers hire.
How
Before
then?
it,
Well,
Yeah,
before
it's
D'Antoni
most
was
likely that
fired,
we
that
hired
was
Ty
almost
Lue.
a short. Before D'Antoni left, Ty Lue
Fine.
was almost a short. thing
now
for
a
the
Heat
Sixers.
fan, I'm following Jimmy Buckets. So
Um, I
Let's be
almost I
done.
hate that I would like to ream you for that and be like, screw you, you're a traitor. But at the same time,
I don't
I
mind
was
it.
so close. I was so close. to
I
just becoming a
refuse
Heat.
to cheer for the Sixers until further.
The fact
notice.
that the
I'm rooting
Sixers
for
said-
Jimmy Buckets in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't care.
The fact that Jimmy Butler went to the organization and said, "Hey, I don't like Brett Brown. You either get rid of him or I walk," and they said, "Brett stays."
Yes. That
Yeah,
is,
that seems questionable.
I found that out, and
Wait,
I wasn't.
I didn't know that was why. I didn't know Jimmy went in
Oh,
front office and said,
yeah.
"If Brett stays, I'm going."
Yeah,
Is that how
I'm
that
pretty
works?
sure I saw that somewhere.
that's
It was
the
something.
impression that he gave.
It was. I don't know if that was. I don't know if that was a conversation that was had, but that was the vibe he gave off, and they were like, "Bye." And
We
then
want to keep this mediocre or worse coach. Yeah, that's not.
yeah, not huge. And then they said, "Let's pay Tobias," and I was like, "Bye, goodbye, I'm done.
No.
We're done here."
Yeah, that
You
that
guys
wasn't
have
a move, to be
successfully
honest.
ruined the process.
Yeah.
Here's what it is.
It was a perfect idea. They just drafted poorly and then signed the wrong people. But
Oh yeah, they
you live and you learn.
built-
You live and you
The
learn.
Sixers successfully built the 2 Eastern Conference Finals teams by being neither of them.
Yeah, I sent you that.
Yeah.
I know you
Yeah,
said
like
that.
what? What?
It's
Like,
it's
come
literally
on.
true.
They didn't draft
It's literally
Tatum,
true.
and they got rid of Jimmy. Like, that's not.
Yep.
I need to move on before I blow a blood vessel.
Didn't we also pass on Jalen Brown? I'm pretty sure we also passed on Jalen
We
Brown.
probably did. Move on. Move on.
NHL.
Chill.
Currently, as we sit here recording,
Speaking
Game
of 3-1
5
leads.
of the Western Conference Final is going on, and Vegas, who is down 3-1 to the Dallas Stars, are actually leading 1-0 at the time of this recording. So, but
maybe we'll see more
give you an
3-1
update?
leads blown this year.
Western Conference Finals, Stars up 3-1 over the Vegas Golden Knights. In the Eastern
favorites.
Conference Finals, and the Stars Golden Knights series, Vegas just hasn't gotten the drop that most of the games have been fairly close. Vegas' only victory, I think, is the only game that was by any means not close. It was a 3-0, but every game that Dallas has won has been by
Like
1
2-1,
goal.
3-1.
Yeah, overtime.
And then
the other series, Eastern Conference, Lightning
the Lightning
over
are handling
the Islanders. It's a 3-1, and the Lightning have looked
Dominant.
much better than the Islanders at any minute of it. It is.
Yeah, the Islanders were way better than the Flyers, so
We don't talk about that. We're done talking about that.
Yeah.
Screw the Flyers. We're done talking about that.
true.
Yes, it's not a great. So I think the Lightning are avenging last year's terrible upset loss to the Blue Jackets, and they'll probably make their first Stanley Cup final since 2015. So
they look awesome.
I'm calling
Like,
it now.
What else is there to say? Like they've lost 1 game in the bubble, and it was to the Islanders, right? Or something like that.
No, they've
Playoffs.
lost a game to the Bruins. They lost
And are you talking playoffs or are you talking the whole bubble?
whole bubble in general. No, they've lost games to. They
In the
lost to the
playoffs, I don't
Flyers
think they've
too.
lost a game. Yeah,
They've
the Flyers
lost
were
to
on
the
the
Flyers.
Yeah, they
They've
lost
lost
to
to
the
the
Flyers.
Islanders. Lost to the Bruins.
They've barely lost any games.
They have
Yeah.
not swept, but they've looked very good in every series they've played.
They just look dominant. They look like it's almost like when Jordan gets in the playoffs and just turns on Jordan mode. Like he just looks dominant.
So the Lightning have only done this for 1 year. If you guys think the Dodgers, I guess, an outside sports, if you guys don't watch hockey, that's what the Lightning have been. They haven't won a championship, but they should have won it by now. This looks like the year they're breaking through.
And this might be it.
Same for the Dodgers.
Good transition. Speaking of baseball, Bruins Bruce Cassidy won the Jack Adams Award, Coach of the Year. But I wanted to keep my segue, so I had to skip over that. Now back to my segue. Speaking of baseball, guys, the Dodgers, just like we mentioned, are the best team in the MLB.
Before we start that, can I just pitch one thing? I just got a Snapchat that Charles Oakley is on Dancing with the Stars. That is something we need to watch. That is so funny.
If Dancing with the Stars wants to sponsor.
Oh my god! Stop!
I do not endorse Dancing with the Stars. They're terrible.
It's much more of the same.
Charles Oakley and Carol Baskin this year.
Oh, I forgot Carol Baskin was doing
Therefore,
it.
I do not endorse. Moving on.
I just needed to say that.
Endorse us.
I just needed to say that. It's so funny.
The Dodgers, obviously.
So bad.
Oh my god! Stop, Justin.
I'll take your word. Anyway, on to sports.
Anyway, actual sports here, please.
So Dodgers on top, Cubs on top, Rays on top, A's on top, White Sox on top, and who'd I miss? The Braves on top. Look, those are the same 6 teams we said last week. And would you believe it or not?
I think not.
The Padres and Twins are still the next 2 best teams in the league.
Yep, pretty much.
So basically, nothing has changed.
Not much has changed in baseball.
It has been 3 days since we recorded, so nothing was.
That's true.
Yeah.
They did announce
playoff format.
Playoff format,
yes.
Yeah. No reseeds. It's a 16-team tournament, 8 from each conference. The best 3.
I'm pretty sure that it's the same as last year, is it not?
No. There are usually 10 teams in the MLB playoffs.
No. But in terms of best of 3, best of 5, best of 7, that's the
Yeah.
same. I'm pretty sure.
Wild card rounds are usually one game. Okay, you're stealing my thunder. Let me get to that.
Oh my god.
8 teams from each conference. Each division winner, second place team in each division, and 2 wild cards from any of the divisions in the conference. 8 teams each conference. So 1 will play 8, 2 will play 7, 3.
You mean
6,
wait?
4,
So
5.
there's 10 spots. There's 10 playoff spots.
No, there's 16. There's 8 per conference. There are only 3
4
divisions.
conferences.
No, three divisions in each.
Oh my god, I'm thinking of football, dude. Oh god.
Thinking of every sport. No, not basketball. Anyway, so 1, 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5. In that round, the home will host, and it's best of 3 series. Best of 3 series. They will not reseed, so the winner of 1, 8 will play the winner of 4, 5, and 2, 7 against 3, 6. Then it'll be a best of 5. Then to the league series at the end of that. That'll be a 7-game series, and then the World Series as we know it. That's good.
Yeah, I mean,
on a just more minor news that I don't.
Yeah.
You may care about. The Mets.
Phillies are screwed.
Phillies are middlingly average.
No. By the next piece of news, the Phillies are boned.
What happened there?
Hold on. So Steve Cohen agrees to purchase the Mets. That's waiting MLB approval.
That's why the Phillies
this happened a week ago, but I thought I should mention it. The Braves dropped 4 touchdowns plus a 2-point conversion on the Marlins.
I saw that. What was it, 29?
29.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah.
It was actually nutty. But no, back to the Steve Cohen news, please. Steve Cohen is literally going to buy out any player the Phillies want. The Phillies are getting no free agent.
The Mets
Steve Cohen is going to be like
an eternal wheel of sadness. They're not doing anything. Don't you worry.
Bro, he's going to buy everyone and anyone.
The Mets are picking up the scraps that the Dodgers and the Yankees don't buy. It's fine. Well, it's not fine. But grand scheme of things.
All I'm saying, when the Mets sign JT Realmuto, we'll all be sad.
We're not going to re-sign him. Like, we're not going to pay him anyway. We're not even going to try. Because
you guys have Bryce Harper. You have your golden goose. It's over.
Yeah, we need more than one.
We need more than one player.
You guys think you're going to win a championship?
No.
Take 08. Take 08 and savor that.
We need pitchers. Who do you root for at baseball? Oh, the Cubs. Oh,
I'm taking 2016 and savoring that. I don't think anyone has it. The Cubs are getting a nuclear blast from the Dodgers. I have little faith I am.
Oh my god.
Speaking of the Cubs, Cubs pitcher Alec Mills threw second no-hitter of season, and I only point this out because I had a question for you guys concerning no-hitters and perfect games this year.
Yeah.
If someone throws a no-hitter or perfect game in a 7-game doubleheader, what do you feel about that? Is that legitimate? What do you got there?
A 7-inning doubleheader?
I have to say no.
A game in a doubleheader, 7 innings.
It's 6 less outs. It's 6 less outs. It can't be.
Is it a new statistical category?
Hold on. Let's go to Google. How many pitchers?
I think it can't count. If you want to count it as a new statistical category, because 7 innings with no hits is still impressive, but that's you can't count that as a perfect game.
Yeah, I agree. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Game, a no-hitter is no hits through 9 innings. It's always been 9 innings.
Someone must have done the research on this.
Maybe we'll do it. Maybe I will return for next week's MLB episode with a clout of information.
Have perfect games going into the 8th. Why is this not coming up? What the flip?
We'll find it. Next week we'll resurface. And to finish
hold on. There's only been 23 perfect games in MLB history.
Yes. They are a bit rare.
I'm quite sure that at least 50 more at least have been perfect going into the 8th.
2 innings is nearly a fourth of your game.
6 batters in terms of baseball, 6 batters is a lot.
And those are the batters you're most likely to break it on because you pitch 7 innings, you're going to be tired.
You're going to be tired. They want to hit bag because they want to break it. it's the most likely time for you to not have a perfect game. So it can't be.
I don't think it counts.
Different statistical.
Like you can call it
category.
perfect through 7, and that's fine. But you can't call it a perfect game. No.
All right. And then
Bit of history.
Congratulations
head.
to Albert Pujols, who I feel like has been in the league since before I was born.
He might have been. There's the off chance that he was.
Maybe chance.
I think he was.
He hit his 660th home run to tie Willie Mays at 5th all time. Maybe if he has a steroid resurrection, he could surpass Barry Bonds one day. That's how Barry's got his, so you never know.
He was drafted in 1999.
There you go. That answers that question.
And he started playing in 2001 was his rookie year.
I won't say my age, but yes, this is true.
Yeah, he's been in the league. He's been in the MLB longer than you've been on the earth.
This is true.
This is true.
The man's a tank. What can I say?
Oh wait, what the bruh? I forgot my golf partner.
He's like Vince Carter.
No.
He never dies.
Yeah.
You golf. Is there anything that
happened?
happened? If you told us nothing happened in golf, me and Justin would not blink an eye, probably.
Give me a minute.
Isn't there a tournament?
Yeah.
What kind of question is that? Is there a golf tournament? Oh, is it?
No. Starting Thursday.
Oh. Yeah, it's the U.S. Open.
Oh, an actual relevant tournament's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tournament. So this year, the U.S. Open is at Winged Foot in New York. A very interesting course with a bit of history. Phil Mickelson, the last time it was at Winged Foot, I'm pretty sure he chucked the ball or something. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Colin, if you can find the clip, put up on the screen right now. Haha, he hates me now.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Sorry. About that,
I'm pretty sure it was there was a clip of him in the middle of a ball rolling off the green because at the U.S. Open they make the greens rocks, and Phil was like, "I can't be asked," and just yeeted his ball while it was rolling, and he was like, "I can't be asked." So the U.S. Open this week. Yeah, this is where Colin goes no. But
he pretends he can't find the clip.
Yeah, he pretends he can't find it.
This is the move, Colin.
No, obviously big tournament this weekend. Everyone wants Phil Mickelson to win because that would go for him. That would complete the career Grand Slam, which would be gigantic. But obviously, favorites looking like Dustin Johnson, John Rahm, maybe even Brooks Koepka. He joined for this segment.
He joined for the U.S. Open.
He joined for the U.S. Open.
Are we already at golf? Oh my god.
We're already at golf. We're flying tonight.
Oh yeah.
So we're talking a little bit about Winged Foot, big fella. What are we thinking?
The rest of your nuts?
Oh, dude, I would love the rest of my nuts. Thank you, Jake.
Cameo from Jake Collar, everybody.
I boys, we sent
it. Winged Foot.
Winged Foot.
Winged Foot,
we were
man.
Talking about Phil Mickelson yeeting a ball at Winged Foot.
Dude, Phil's hitting bombs in hellacious seeds. Comment down below if you know what a hellacious seed is. Very few people do.
But who are we picking for
Dustin?
Who are we picking for winning?
Dustin.
I don't know. Dustin's the hottest player in golf right now. He just won PGA Tour Player of the Year today.
He's sick. He's so good. He's so
Would not count out Colin Morikawa.
Hold on.
Wouldn't count out Rory.
Guy. I need to pick a random golfer who I think.
Can you guys tell me who I'm supposed to pick, and I'll pick.
And wait, Scotty Scheffler got COVID, right?
Siggs, you're the guy. Yes, you got Rookie of the Year. Siggs, you're the guy that picks Tiger.
COVID, you dummy.
Oh, I'm picking Tiger. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, Tiger. Yeah.
All right. I'm picking Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson, my winner.
Tune on you.
No.
Tune on you.
Scotty Scheffler test positive for COVID.
Tune on you. Well, Dustin Johnson's my real pick, but tune on you.
He got I heard
popping off.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler won Tour Rookie of the Year today. Congratulations to him, but he does have coronavirus. Oh, that's a shame.
Crushing blow.
So is Tune on you not playing, or is he not competing?
Who?
I don't even know who that is, dude.
Just I'm gonna pretend
I
like I
thought you
didn't
said
hear you talk there.
Oh God, I need a Tour de France update, don't I? Oh my God.
Yes, you
Hold on.
do.
I'll cover tennis if you want that.
Haven't-
Tennis. Why Luke?
yeah, do that. And I gotta get a
Pretends
question
like
with
he
the boys.
cares
Oh
about
my
Tour de
God.
France. The
Oh,
U.S.
yeah,
Open
that's kind of
concluded on both Saturday and Sunday.
Naomi.
A thrilling men's and women's finals. Naomi Osaka won the women's finals in 3 sets against Azarenka from some Eastern European country that I forget off the top of my head.
Slovakia, I think.
Probably,
Yeah,
you know.
something like that.
It's one
Knowing
of
all-
the Akias.
Yeah,
Who's
thank
Slovakia?
you. Stan. That's a
One of the stands, one of the Akias.
Stan is
one of those things.
Stan is where all the that's Western Asia. Anyway, now that we've gotten our
on.
cultural insensitivity out of the way, and the men's final winner was the number 2 ranked men's tennis player in the world. It's your boy. What's his name? Something Themes. Dominic Thiem. Actually, he's the number 3 men's tennis player in the world. Beat Alexander Zverev, who is a German, in 5 sets in a thrilling tiebreaker at the end. I watched it, guys, and he actually came back from 2 sets down. So that was thrilling if you like tennis.
Congratulations.
I don't.
I don't
so,
watch tennis, so congratulations. We can move on
Yes.
from that, can't we?
Yeah,
Tour de France, what's going on?
Luke, any idea?
All right. Go to something else. I actually got to get some more information on this.
That's
Do
the only
gymnastics
thing
or
we can
something.
do.
That's all we have.
You are the last thing we need to talk about, buddy.
Vegas just scored to go up 2-0. Back to hockey.
Phillies lost today. Did you
I
guys do
have-
baseball?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do
we
every
did. You're the
sport.
last thing.
No,
This
what
is the
No,
last
we
one.
leave
sports did
Tour
you
de
guys-
France till the end because it's. I actually watched the Tour
What
de
are the
France
sports that you
yesterday.
guys? What are the sports that you guys did today?
The same ones we do every day. We did.
Well, we didn't. We didn't.
basketball.
NBA,
NFL, we
NHL,
did soccer.
MLB, golf, tennis, and cycling.
So you did not do the NFL. That's what I'm hearing.
We're
from
not
yeah,
doing
No,
that.
we're
Okay,
NFL,
that's fine.
NFL.
We'll save we'll
Oh,
save the topic. for
Guys,
later.
I got you with the ballot. Guys, the WNBA.
All right,
regular
ladies and gentlemen, the
season-
Tour de
Oh my
France.
god.
Jez Podgar still on top of the GC standings, and a bit of a flip flop here from the Colombians. We had 4 Colombians in the top 5 last time.
Oh jeez.
Now only
No,
3.
that was 4 in the
And
top
my
5.
favorite, the one Colombian that I picked to do the best, Mr. Egon Bernal, who won last year, is now sitting in 13th. Don't know what happened there. Really can't. Rigoberto Urán is up there in 2nd place. I'm actually sorry. Primoz Roglic is actually in the GC standings. I didn't scroll up all the way. And Jez Podgar, who won the most recent stage, is sitting up there nice and 2nd. The American that we all asked him to step on the 17th. So
what happened to
any
the
other
French dude?
notable Richie Port? Richie Port from whatever, I don't know what country that is. I honestly don't know. Let me check. Richie Port, who he's from Australia, who was instrumental in helping Mr. Chris Froome, Cadell Evans, about 7-8 years ago. If our Tour de France viewers remember back to 7 years ago, Richie Port was crucial in helping the wins of Mr. Cadell Evans among the likes of Bradley Wiggins and Chris Froome. Lance Armstrong was innocent. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Oh, wait, no! We didn't questions the boys.
Luke,
God damn it.
Luke, before you do questions with the boys, 2 things. What happened to the French dude you said would win it all?
We don't talk about that. Pick. We don't talk about that.
He is nowhere to be found. Oh my
And
God.
Luke, I must
He
have
fell off
missed
his
it.
bike and died.
Did you
He
ever
may have
say
crashed
who was
out.
actually leading the Tour de France among your throwing out of names and nationalities?
Primoz Roglic. How did you get that?
My bad.
Primoz Roglic.
I missed that. Where's he from? Where's he from?
Some Eastern European country. I don't know.
Does it have a Stan at the end?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, EA. We just said EAs are Eastern European, Western Asia is Stan. Anyway, individual sports are jokes. Do not watch golf, tennis, or
Bro,
cycling.
come
It's
on,
not
watch
true.
the golf.
On
Dude,
to
watch the
questions with
Ryder Cup.
boys.
US
Watch the
Opens
Ryder
this
Cup.
week.
On to questions with the boys. Luke,
What you got for
Dang.
us today, buddy?
Dang. That's a good one. So,
you would think being the one job you have every week besides cycling,
Did
you
wait, did
might
someone
also
send
have
in a
this
question?
credit.
you think
Did
I
someone send in a
prepared for this?
question?
You think I prepared for
would
this?
think.
No, I didn't
You
get
would
one
think.
question. I didn't see any questions on the Instagram.
Please give us questions.
You know what? That reminds me. I'm not stalling. Trust me, that reminds me. If you're watching these podcasts, use the comments section. Use our DMs. You know, I think we're on Twitter. I don't know. Drop it in the comments wherever you can. I still haven't thought of a question.
At
All right,
Wudder
so
Boys on Instagram. Please.
our question.
Use questions.
God.
Does
What was
Guller have
our-
anything?
In under
What?
15 seconds. Wait, no. All right.
I've got
I
one.
have
If
no.
you guys
No,
have
you
nothing.
don't. No, you don't. Because I have a question.
It has nothing to do
I
with
have a
sports, but I
question.
got one.
I have a
It's
question.
questions to the boys. I feel like they're meant to do with sports.
This is a quickie. It's a quickie. In
Okay.
under 15
Yo,
seconds.
what are you doing over there at Temple? God. Jeez, Louis.
Who is your favorite athlete of all time and why? You can't. You have to convince me. You can't be like, oh, it's Michael Jordan because he won 6 rings. You got to tell me why. So Justin
it.
is
I
raising
already
his
have it.
hand. So Augie, you're gonna start.
Vince. What?
Justin's starting. Justin's
Justin,
talking.
go ahead.
Justin,
Justin,
go.
No, I'm starting.
Just go ahead.
Vince Carter. Easy.
All right.
Vince Carter is my favorite athlete of all time. He has revolutionized the flashy dunk game of the NBA and made it so much more fun to watch. Made dunking a true art form. He's an amazing athlete who played for
And that's
years.
15 seconds. Augie, go ahead. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
All right, so
He broke the record.
No,
for
you've
the
been cut off.
longest time
Augie, you're
played in the
next.
league.
I agree with the
No,
cutoff.
no.
oh my God, Nikki is throwing me under the bus right now.
All right, Aug.
All right, I'll go.
Vince is an all-time great. I'll give you that.
Aug.
Here's your
Augie.
bailout.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with
Oh, you said
Tiger Woods. He's had a controversial history, but obviously
really?
making a gigantic. Oh, really? Yeah, right. But obviously making a huge comeback last year to win the Masters. A really good story, and obviously the guy grinds. So that's what I'm going with.
All right, I'd like to use the first half of my 15 seconds to say Aug cheated by picking someone who's actually won championships. I thought Justin set a standard by picking Vince Carter that we were picking eternal losers. Therefore, I picked John Stockton as my pick. Not only has Stockton appeared in more All-Star games than Vince Carter and Tiger combined, he was also an All-Star game MVP once. That's pretty sick. Colin, blur those out. He was All-NBA first team twice, All-NBA
I
second
forgot
team
about
6
that.
times, All-NBA third team 3 times, all-time NBA assist leader, although that might have been doctored by the Utah scorekeeper for all I know. And he also never won a championship. So he's clearly the GOAT because he's likable, because he sucked. He never won. Look it up.
Jeez, that's toxic.
I love
Jake,
John Stockton, guys.
Jake, come here.
All
What
right,
did
Jake
Luke,
get
I
to
need
this?
your answer.
Are we getting a Guller cameo?
Yeah.
Jake can name maybe 3
Jake!
total players.
Jake, who is your favorite athlete of all time and why?
Danny Guller, because he's as good on the ice as he is in the locker room, and he was making shots backwards since he was 6 years old. True story.
For those
Colin,
for our
I'm
viewers
so
that do
sorry.
not know, for our viewers that do not know,
So
Danny Guller is Jake's younger brother.
All right, and Luke, do you have a quick? I already know where this is going. This is a good segue, Luke, if you can capture this one.
Nikki, I know what you're looking at.
A wise man once said, "Cyclists are the best athletes." When I think of the greatest athletes of all time, I think of
Oh my God.
Lance Armstrong, Chris
Oh,
Froome,
You're
druggie.
15 seconds. are up.
Primoz Roglic.
Shut
But-
up.
And that dude who's
If
leading
you're
the
gonna
Tour de
pick
France
druggies,
currently.
just pick Vaughn. Just pick
Primoz
Vaughn,
Roglic is the
Armstrong.
guy who's winning the Tour de France. But when I think of the top, when I think of the best athletes of all time, the most physical specimens, the famous, they're dominant. Speaking of dominant, Steelers dominate the Giants 26-16.
We'll talk about that
Football's back
tomorrow.
without Booker. But when I think of the
Drum roll.
most dominant
Drum roll, 'cause
athlete
we
of
all
all
know
time,
who
I
this is.
think of Bruce Willis, the best actor of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, Die Hard is indeed a sports movie. Bruce Willis,
my
one of the
God.
best shooters. Shooting is a recreational sport. The physical stamina that man has is unlike any other. You see him in Die Hard 1 through 5. You
We
see
all
him in
gave legitimate
see him
answers.
We
You
all
had
any
a
other
fourth
movie.
one to go.
Answer it.
You had
And
so
you
much
go
time to think of an
Bruce
answer,
Willis
and you came up with
and
Bruce
drugs.
Willis.
Look, if you'd like
More
to give us the
disappoint-
outro.
It would be really cool if he said Robert Lewandowski.
You are more disappointing.
Oh yes,
than
oh, that was a
everyone
great
from my
transition. I nearly
team.
forgot.
All right. Well, to give a
Augie-
real
Augie-
answer, to give a real answer, I will say,
You have two transitions that you can hit here.
I'm gonna
We
say
need to get-
Kevin Cobb.
You know the answer.
I'm gonna say
Alright,
Kevin Cobb.
I'm
Your answer
cutting
is
off
Lonzo.
Luke.
Your answer is Lonzo. Picture
yeah.
Alonzo. On the
No,
board
stop!
Right
I was gonna do that.
Beat you to it.
All right. Should
Colin,
I
I'm
take
so
it home?
sorry for the last 10 minutes. It's really went out of hand to you. I'm trying to wrap this up. Guys, if you have not already, please follow Robert Lewandowski. Please follow whoever that French association who hands out the Ballon d'Or. And tell them to give Robert the Ballon d'Or.
Follow Primoz
he deserves it.
Roglic.
He is
Oh my
not
God,
the
Tommy,
Ballon
can we
d'Or winner.
End it.
Robert deserves the Ballon
Primoz.
d'Or. Luke, give your outro. Let's get out of here.
Hello?
I don't
Outro,
know.
please?
man.
It's
I'm
the
just
thing
I'm
about
just
the hockey.
thinking.
It's the
I'm
thing
just-
about hockey.
Nah, dude, I'm just thinking. Like, I think I should have said Shump as my favorite athlete of all time.
Luke, if you don't give the outro, I'm gonna give it right now.
Insert. I can't speak, dude. Insert picture of Shump on top of all of our faces right now, Colin. Please.
Guys,
I hope you
thank
see
you
it
for
these
watching the Wudder Boys podcast brought to you.
Gravy on my chiropractor. Gravy on my
If you add
biscuits.
more for me to
Logically.
edit, I swear.
Insert picture of you on gravy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Wudder Boys podcast today. Your place for quality sports content on behalf of Augie, Justin, Nikki, and myself, on behalf of our sound manager, Quinn Lanahan, our editor, Colin. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today for a new episode. New episode coming out later this week on the NFL, all the other sports that we did not do today, and the Tour de France again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No.
Keep your stick on the ice.